Males to Men United Incorporated. I just got started in February of 2019, just last year. I provide mentorship programs to where I share 7 principles with young males on how to be exceptional men. And with that, I need school supplies. What I mean by that more specifically, notebooks, pens, papers, dry erase markers, just to name a few. And also there's a time to where I provide soft hors d'oeuvres or snacks to the young males to keep them entertained. And the various volunteers that come out to speak, sometimes they come from other parts of St. Johns County, Duval County, and other ends of Clay County. And so I look to try to provide a little bit of an honorarium for the gas mileage that's involved when it comes to getting there, giving back to these young males. So anything with regards to that you can think of to provide, that would be much appreciated. Also, we have a graduation ceremony for the males who make it through the 7-session program. And after they complete the volunteer projects, fitness, and also we do like a mock interviews, things of that nature. We have a career day to where we talk to the young males, teach them how to tie ties. I also need things, if you have something like excess of ties, any type of clothing like that, that would be much needed, much appreciated. So that's just for beginners. Thank you so much.
Just Serve is a website that actually, what it does is it connects people who want to volunteer in the county with projects. Not on that level, but just things that you might need. And you can go on as a person or a nonprofit in need, a church, and specify which needs you have, create a page for that, and then volunteers, people that are seeking volunteer opportunities or donations can also log on, create an account, and be able to mesh. So I am so excited about this. I'm kind of new to it, and I'm still feeling my way around, but my excitement level is way up here. And for me at my age, that's pretty significant to get that excited about it. So please use Just Serve for all needs you might have. And my contact information, I think, I'll put cards, I think, over on the table. But again, our number was 166. So anyway, again, my name is Frankie Towery. So you can contact me if you need help or more questions. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a need for contact information for church leaders in the area that are interested in coordinating their disaster response efforts. We're going to have an event in April, and we would like to invite some of the church leaders to come and get some training from our experts in the North America Southeast area so that they can work on coordinating volunteer efforts better during disasters. And so number 166, or Gail, with Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Hi, again, I'm Bob Ehrenberg. I'm the board director of the Clayton, Maine. There's so many of these things I can relate to. I haven't been on the board for 20 years. I see all these things. People that have low incomes that need help for their kids also come to us for help for their animals. People that are in disaster areas need help. They need low-income assistance. And this is what we do. And one of our fundraisers, because we got to expand our services so much more, we've got a Hogs for Dogs motorcycle ride coming up in March. If anybody wants to be a sponsor or participate, there's some flyers on the back table. But again, I've seen the need so much. We have an indigent program because of that, where we give free animal care and pet food to those people under certain income levels. That need is all over in Clay County.
Volunteer Adam every month to come out and do a video, and he tags everybody in the video. When you see the video on Facebook, not only just watch it, but make sure you share it. And the people that are watching the video that may not even be a part of this meeting, if they could share it as well, then we can really get the word out to everybody about this group.
Thank you. And I'm with Northeast Florida Community Action Agency, and we're in need of a volunteer for our busy front desk. And we're number 249.
So I'm Irene Toto from Clay Behavioral, and we're reopening our Neighborhood Resource and Referral Center in Green Cove, thanks to a collaboration with the Clay County Department of Health. We'll be moving into the building right beside the health department in Green Cove, and we are in need of a front desk person. Like an office receptionist, yeah, receptionist, kind of office person. It's a paid, for free or for pay? Before I say that. It's a paid position and probably full-time. So if you know anyone who's interested, we would love to talk to them.
All right, I'm Lauren Fannin-Steele, again, CPS Director. Hi, Tina. Hi, my people over there at Wilkinson. We are in our needs assessment phase. So Orange Park High School is going to be launching as a community partnership school. So it's really exciting because we're going to serve this community, but we don't want to implement services around wellness supports, expanded learning, and family and parent community engagement until we hear from parents in the community and students. So we're going to be launching that. I need 5 to 10 volunteers for a community focus group. A church would be great, a nonprofit organization, and then if someone would help organize a group of parents so we could hear directly from them what they think their needs are and how they'd like Orange Park High to serve them. So reach out to me, come see me afterwards.
Hi, my name is Dr. Michelle Daniels. I am an ankle and foot surgeon, and I just recently opened up a mobile clinic here in Clay County, and it will serve all of Clay County, St. Augustine, and also parts of Deltona and Daytona. So basically what it is it's focused on providing in-home care to people who are unable to get to the in-home care. So we're also partnering with the Agency for Adults with Disability, veterans, as well as any hospice patients that are unable to get out. Our services that we provide are routine foot care as well as foot and ankle issues and wound care.
Do you have a card?
I do, I have tons of them.
What about for low income?
Low income as well, that we will work out whatever needs to be worked out for those people. The thing is for it to be mobile and considered to be taken care of, they have to basically be homebound. Okay?
Behavioral and Kids First have a couple families that are in need of a couple items. One of these is a foster family, a newly licensed foster family that needs twin beds. So if anybody's got twin, I don't need bedrooms. Andre, you're my hero, man. What do you got?
Okay, so Middleburg First Baptist have got a ministry. I just received twin beds, a referral to them for twin beds. I've got Pastor Todd's number here and the number of that senior off to it.
That would be great. Also, thank you so much for that. Also, they need a small kitchen table, pots and pans, kitchen stuff, high chair, and a sofa. And Joanne and I need a new car. No, but other than that, leave the car thing out of it. But anything you've got, household goods that we can donate to these families, especially the foster family, that would be really appreciated. So see me or let me know, and I will make the connection. Thank you guys so much.
Funding in order to continue providing foreclosure prevention services to Clay County. Last year, 400 families were served foreclosure. We counseled about 50, so we're only touching, a fraction of the need, and that service is not offered in Clay County as far as I know. We've gone to the courthouse on sale dates to ask the judge for more time. We're full service. We've saved many homes. We receive referrals from this organization, Habitat. So any funding ideas, please see me. Thank you.
I'm Terry Morford at Mission of the Dirt Road in Keystone. We just purchased a new building directly across from the entrance of our neighborhood. We're very excited about it. It's about 3,000 square feet. It's been a store for about 30 years, an antique store, and we have to get it up to code for an assembly space. So I'm looking for doors with crash bars and that kind of stuff, emergency lighting. We have to do all of that. And so if you know somebody who could give me a good deal, we operate on a shoestring budget. So a remodel is a stretch for us. So yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Tina Baker from Keystone Heights Community Partnership School. We have an immediate need of earbuds, student earbuds. I know that sounds strange, but a lot of the work is done on computers and they have to plug in, and you know, kids and earbuds, they don't last very long. So you can talk to me afterwards, or my number is 904-362-0325. Do they have to have a microphone? No. I prefer not to have a microphone. Good, thank you.
I'm with the Shepherd Center of Orange Park. January 31st is coming very fast, and we are looking for nominations for volunteers, senior volunteers in our community that support you. So I have a number of applications on board. 3 simple questions, you know, what do they do? How do they impact your organization? Are they enthusiastic? Man of the Year, Woman of the Year, and Lifetime Achievement. So if you have someone you'd like to nominate, please, because we honor them May 6th at our Golden Years Gala. Thank you.
We are in need of people to be on our Community Leadership Council. Basically, we meet once a month, and it's kind of like this. We're just coming together to talk about the needs of the community and what resources we can bring. Right now, we really only have Marie Elhe, and she's been amazing if you know her. She works with Representative Travis Cummings, and she has helped us so much, but we need to have a robust Community Leadership Council so that we're helping. We don't only serve Middleburg, and so that would be great if we could get volunteers to help us out. It's 904-517-9703.
And what's the group again?
Wilkinson Junior High Community Partnership School.
Bernita Nestor, Clay County Fire Rescue. I am working in a newly created paramedicine program, but prior to that I've been working in some case management with some families that are utilizing services through EMS. I have a homeless family of 4, 2 school-age children, parents. It's an intact family. They have a 40-pound dog. They were evicted approximately 4.5 years ago in Clay County. They moved to North Carolina. They've been back since September. However, due to the eviction, they cannot get over that challenge of finding some type of housing. I need housing for this family, preferably in the Fleming Island, Green Cove Springs area, because one of the kids has special needs and goes to school at Patterson. So if you know of anyone who would have housing suitable for a family of 4, they do have a 40-pound dog that lives in the vehicle with them, and they are facing a lot of these challenges. I've worked with them as far as simple things like getting laundry done, but the family really could use a place to live, someplace that they could actually settle in and move forward from this.
Debbie Ridings again with Orange Park United Methodist Church. One of the programs that we have for youth is the Upward Basketball Program. We're all volunteers that do that, and if you have a referee knowledge and would like to run back and forth, we could really use you. We have 8 weeks. Yes, we've got 2 weeks down. We have 6 weeks to go. That's all, just January and February. And we have 8 games a day. It's always on Saturday. So if you or you know a young person, high school, that would like to do that, please contact me, 870-866-9423.
Show of hands. I'd like to know how many of your organizations or businesses or churches already regularly have folks doing community service hours for you, either required through the school system, juveniles, or through the court system. Okay. Volunteer, okay, that's a surprising small number. One of the issues we deal with in the court system, for juveniles in the teen court system and even for sentenced defendants, is they a lot of times are required to do community service hours, and many times they have a difficult time fulfilling that court requirement because they're coming through the court system and folks are worried about having them on their property or around their clients or around their members. So I just want to bring that to your attention. I'm actually very surprised at how many hands did not go up, which I totally understand. But just know that there's a very big issue with this. It is being discussed through the clerk's office, state attorney's office, public defender's office, the judges. all the folks involved in the Fourth Circuit, because a lot of folks cannot comply with their court sentences at any level if they don't have the ability to do these hours. And a lot of times they're assigned hours in lieu of court costs and fines. So we already know they don't have the money to pay to be compliant. And then if they don't have a place to go in our community to do their community service hours, the likelihood of them ever getting out of the cycle of being on probation, that sort of thing, is very low. So I'm glad to have brought that to this group's attention.
Mary, can I just make a comment?
Sure.
I had them come to week one, and I was told by my administration team that we cannot take court order students for, so that might be a conversation you need to have with the school district.
Yes.
You have some referees?
I'm sure.
So Habitat is one of the places where we have, depending on the issue, we've had probably hundreds at this point, and everyone's really fantastic. So if you're kind of on the fence of whether signing up for this program, you found out kind of what they did, and everyone's fantastic. They work really hard. They just, made a really stupid mistake and is trying to do better and get this in their past. So I highly recommend, the program.
Thank you.
For me and my kids, we are a school for at-risk boys in Clay County. We right now reside 5 portables behind Clay High School. Well, because of the expansion in Clay County, we got word this week that we are going to have to find a new location in by June of 21. So that gives us time. If any of you guys know anything or anybody, I know Pace just got a huge blessing. It would be nice if we could get one too. It's a little selfish, but I am selfish when it comes to our boys. It's a good program, and we have great success rates. We just had, this past year, 20 kids go back to regular school, changed. So keep me in mind. It's AMI Kids Clay County.
How many portables are you in?
We're in 5. We need at least 7,000 square feet. At least 7,000 square feet. We're 35 and 82. Close calls it? Is she still here? Okay, I'll call her. And there was somebody else that I may know somebody.
Juliet Van Heerden. I have a couple of needs. One is 4 freestanding clothing racks for a family that was burned out of their home, and they're going to be taking temporary housing in our home while we're out of the country for a few weeks on sabbatical. And I have a lot of clothes, and I don't want to empty out my closet. So if you all know anybody who has some freestanding clothing racks that we can put in our bedrooms at our home, so this family can just stay there while their insurance and whatever rehousing, whatever's happening with them is working out. We'd appreciate that. And this other one is really important and right up my alley. How many of you attend a church somewhere? Would you raise your hand if you go to church somewhere? Okay, so that's most of us in this room. So I'm talking to you because there's someone who leads your church that you could talk to if that person is not in this room. But Janie Fox has an awesome daughter. Her name is Jessica Hames, and she contacted me not too long ago, and she asked me, she says, I'm completing my doctoral dissertation, which examines religiosity, spirituality, attachment, and substance use among active attendees of houses of worship. And that's kind of taboo topic. I wrote a book and shared my story of being previously married before Pastor Andre to a Christian who was in church with me every week who was addicted to cocaine, and so we lived this double life. I taught in the public school system, went to church every week, but had a spouse who was seriously chemically addicted, and unfortunately ended up in prison because of that. So part of my ministry is to kind of take the lid off of that can, that we all know and love somebody who's dealing with something and we don't always talk about it. And so I speak and share in churches. So when Jessica contacted me and said, I'm doing my research on this, I was very excited about working and collaborating with her. But what we need are pastors and clergymen who are willing to go to their board or their leaders and say, hey, are we interested in allowing this to come in? It's an anonymous survey among the active attendees of the churches about this substance use among those who are attending regularly houses of worship. So if you would please see me afterward and give me some contact information for you if you're a clergy person or your pastor, or you can take my card. It's a bookmark on the back table. It has my email address, and reach out to me. It would really be a blessing to Jessica to be able to finish up her dissertation and just to make this connection. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Elaine Smith with the Clamor Theater Company. I have one normal request and one sort of oddball request. The normal one is that we are still looking for our permanent performance space, but in the meantime, we are also looking for free or affordable space where we might hold classes, acting classes, writing workshops, directing classes, that kind of thing. That's the normal request. The oddball request is we have an upcoming reading. I'm trying to cast an actress who is about 30 years old and of Indian American background, from India. That doesn't seem to be a huge demographic in our local theater scene. So if anybody knows of anyone, send them my way. Thank you very much. Elaine Smith, we're number 5, Clamor Theater Company.
Recently had lunch with Doug Matty, who is the chaplain for the Clay County Sheriff's Office. Is looking for pastors to be chaplains towards for the patrol officers. So if your pastor might be interested, or you'd be happy to talk to them about that, please talk to me and I'll pass it on to Doug, or if you want to call Doug directly, he'd be happy to have any help you can get.
So again, my name is Justin Bullock. So we founded a nonprofit organization called Community Development Alliance Group. And the way that it works, we have access to property. We can get properties for free. We can get properties at a deep discount. And we have a real estate team and a construction team. So what we're looking for is joint venture partners. We need people who want to come in. You can invest funds with us for returns. We can provide housing. The way we're set up, if we can do 36 homes a year, we're in a position to give away $20,000 a month as an organization. So we're looking for people who can get us off the ground, who we can partner with, that have a need to fill affordable housing, and we've got a lot of options and opportunities to provide value for people in that space. So that's what we're looking for. That's why I'm here, and appreciate everybody's time. Thank you.
If I have your permission, if we could just, we've got some very important updates to Callan, if you'll take us into that. If you can just give us extra 15 minutes of your time, we'd appreciate it.
Okay, hey there, Callan. We're going to do our quick project updates real quick. So I'm going to start with Stephanie right here with Clay Action Coalition.
So we have been a little slow over the holidays, but we are just did a training with elementary school staff to help them to implement drug prevention education in the classroom to Clay County kindergarten through 5th grade students. So they will be using the Too Good for Drugs curriculum and implementing that program with students kindergarten through 5th grade. And we were told that school resource officers will do Too Good for Drugs with 6th graders. So we are having some success and momentum thanks to the requirement by the governor, but we are getting some drug prevention education in classrooms with students. So that's what I have right now.
All right, thank you. And next to the CHIP update from Courtney.
Hi, good morning. Again, my name is Courtney Ellis. I'm with the Health Department in Clay County. I oversee community health planning, which includes the Community Health Improvement Plan, something we've worked on for about a year now. And we just sent it out a couple months ago, but we will have the privilege next month to do a brief presentation on that and highlight the 3 priority areas that the CHIP work groups will be working on. That includes behavioral health, including mental health, healthcare access, and disease prevention. Just brief note on the meetings. We just recently had our behavioral health meeting at Clay Behavioral. We will be having our next healthcare access meeting March 4th. And then the disease prevention, which we partner with the Tobacco Free Partnership, will be February 7th. We are also hoping, expecting that next month for our presentation, we will have a very nice tool that anybody in the county can use to see the progress that's being made in Clay County. So, that's it.
So we all know, Clay Behavioral is probably the largest provider of substance abuse and mental health services for the uninsured and underinsured indigent population in Clay County. Last year we served 6,251 clients. That's the most we've ever seen. So obviously the need is growing. And we don't think of ourselves as a social service agency. We're a healthcare provider. But behavioral health is a healthcare issue. It's not a character flaw or poor choices. It's a disease. It's a health issue. So and the CHIP work group, the behavioral health work group, we're working on targeting substance use and misuse by youth. So our experts from the Clay Action Coalition have been very helpful, and the health department is doing a great job of really coordinating and bringing the right people together, at least on that work group. I can't speak to the others, but we appreciate all your support. Also, looking at the suicide rate in Clay County, which is higher than the state average, so we're looking at ways to decrease that death rate of people who complete suicide in the county. Obviously concerning. And then the last one is to increase behavioral health care coordination for identified at-risk populations. And we're really making a lot of progress on that, targeting our folks in Keystone that have some real needs and are maybe underserved, so we're really trying to focus on that area and making sure that people are connected with the right resources. We know that 1 in 5 adults at any given time in a year is suffering from a diagnosable mental illness, and at any given time, 1 in 6 children under the age of 18 has a diagnosable mental illness. So it's affecting a lot of people. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for individuals 14 to 34. And so with that, I have some suicide prevention lifeline cards that we all have and give out a lot. So if anybody is interested in having these, we've got some here today, and that'll do it.
From the Nonprofit Center, we are so excited that we got approval again from Amy and the Reinhold Foundation to lead some more professional development programming out here in Clay County. So please be on the lookout for that. We actually have the kickoff to our series tomorrow with a State of the Sector briefing for Clay County. We do this research every couple of years, and what this is it gives you really great information about the number of nonprofits here in Clay County, giving statistics, what the aggregate wealth is looking like after recovering from the recession in 2008. So it's really great information to use with your donors, with your grant proposals, when you're talking to your board members about the impact and really what the need is here in Clay. So that's tomorrow, 9 o'clock at the Holiday Inn in Orange Park, and we'd love to have you there. It's free event, just learn all about what is going on in the Clay sector. Okay, thank you.